and welcome to DSNY Newscast, the very first, the inaugural episode of DSNY Newscast. I'm your host, Jack Kendall, and now let me just explain a couple of things about what this is going to be and what it's going to become. As you may have already gathered, DSNY Newscast is the sibling product to DSNY Digest. If you don't know what DSNY Digest is, well, it's a free Disney news app. Now, it's both available on iPhone and Android, so go down to the little link below and download it and dive in even deeper into everything to do with the world of Disney. Now, in these daily videos, we're going to be covering everything to do with the Walt Disney Company. So, be it Disneyland, Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, Tokyo Disneyland, Hong Kong Disneyland, Shanghai Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Disney History, Walt Disney Imagineering, even viral and trending Disney news, as well as all the different Disney brands, so Disney Animation, live action news about the live action adaptations, Star Wars, Marvel, and the Muppets, and even ABC sometimes. So we're going to be covering everything to do with the Walt Disney Company. Now, with that being said, let's get to the headlines. Beauty and the Beast has officially crossed $1 billion at the worldwide box office. Now, this is a huge achievement for Disney and everybody who made the movie. But a tale as old as time and a box office that big is definitely a crime. But then again, once you've seen the movie, you know how good it is and you kind of forgive them for doing it. Because Disney itself know that these live action adaptations of these favourite Disney animated classics are going to bring in huge amounts of money. Whether it's along the lines of Pete's Dragon, which is only a small amount, but still $150 million or so is still great for a small budget movie. And that's exactly what Pete's Dragon was. It didn't have a huge budget, but Beauty and the Beast did have a $200 million budget. So for it to pull back in 5 times worldwide what they put into it, it's one hell of an investment from the Walt Disney Company. So, next up, Walt Disney World and the execs over at Walt Disney World have decided that it's time for a transportation revolution. Now, they're already planning on building a gondola system to get you between Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios to help you better get around the resort and keep the resort better connected. But not just that, they're going to be rolling out soon enough an Uber-like service. An Uber/Lyft type service where you'll be able to be picked up and dropped off at hopefully the right locations, unlike Uber sometimes, and the drivers will also be trained cast members, so they'll know everything about Disney. They'll know about the best places to park, where they should drop you off, things that are happening during the day, the times of events, and where the best locations are to enter the parks at different times of the day. So they'll know all about all that sort of stuff, so it could be one great service. Additionally, at Walt Disney World, Club 33, the exclusive Disneyland restaurant, is apparently rumoured to be coming to Walt Disney World and all 4 parks at that later on this year. Now, this rumour seems a little bit far-fetched for it to be coming to all 4 parks. Usually it should just probably be Magic Kingdom Park that will get it, but in the rumour it says they'll be rolling out by fall of this year, which is a pretty tight time schedule. And not just that, each different Club 33 will be themed to the different park or theme park it's in. So be it with Animal Kingdom, you're gonna have a more adventurous theme. With Hollywood Studios, you're going to have the glory and the glitz of 1920s Hollywood, but it's all going to be seen through Walt Disney's and Lillian Disney's eyes. So that's the way that they're going to make this Club 33 feel authentic to the Club 33 at Disneyland Resort. Next up, Star Wars have hosted their Star Wars celebration in Orlando, Florida. Their annual celebration, that is. With such stars as George Lucas, Kathleen Kennedy, Mark Hamill, Peter Mayhew, Warwick Davis, Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor, and Samuel L. Jackson all being there. And not just that, the Rogue himself, that lovable Rogue, Harrison Ford, for once managed to make it to an airport safely and landed his plane. So congratulations, Harrison Ford, for finally being able to attend an event on time and uninjured. One person was missing, and that's Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher's presence was felt at the event in the form of a very touching tribute that Star Wars, Lucasfilm and Disney have decided to put out on YouTube. And here's a little snippet of it here.
Gary's falling asleep.
Gary's bored as hell. Can you imagine?
I've never had someone fall asleep during my interview,
That
Gary.
you know of.
Thank you.
Do you have any advice for the younger members of the cast?
I've told Daisy not to go through the crew like wildfire.
She just is the most entertaining and shockingly funny person you'll ever know.
When you get older and you're a celebrity, everything just calms down and you just feel good about yourself and confident all the time. That's why people want to be celebrities. Okay, that's not true.
And lastly, now on April 1st, I've got to own up to this. I played a practical joke on you guys, a low April Fool's joke, and some of you didn't really take too kindly to it. Some of you did, some of you found it funny. But I said that Apple would be buying Disney for roughly $191 billion. Now at the time, it was only rumour and speculation of the part of Wall Street, but now RBC Capital Markets and Variety are reporting that Apple are actually kicking the tyres, proverbially, of the Walt Disney Company, trying to work out how much they're really worth and how much they would offer as an acquisition estimate. But think about this. If Apple bought Disney, you would have the largest entertainment company in the world, and you'd have the most prolific and influential technology company in the world in Apple, both merging together. It's a win-win for us Disney fans, whether you like Apple or not, whether you're watching this on an Android device and love Google, or whether you despise Apple. It doesn't matter, because it would mean that we would finally get a very good Future World at Epcot, and we will all want Future World to be revamped at Epcot. That's it for today's episode, the very first inaugural episode of DSNY Newscast. But until the next time, you've been you, I've been Jack, and I'll see you real soon.